Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. So today I want to go through and show you guys everything I bought from Linda Hallberg. So Linda Hallberg is new to me. I've never purchased anything from the brand before. I have, of course, seen her work. For those of you who aren't familiar with her, she is a makeup artist, and her line of crayons, they have a cult following. I think that's probably what she is most known for product-wise. So I purchased a lot of the crayons, and the crayons are basically like like an eyeliner pencil, but they can be used in various places on the face. They're not just eyeliners, there's lip and so forth. But I believe that they are not really distinguished for one particular use. So I have never tried them, but I know that is what she's well known for. So I picked up a lot of those. Oops, sorry, I've got everything sitting in my lap here, so it's starting to fall. I've also heard very good things about her brushes. So I actually purchased 2 of her brush sets. So it's been a while, maybe, I don't know, close to 2 months ago, she had a deal on her website where it was like half off everything. So that's when I made my first purchase, and it took me a long time. I placed one order and then I decided to add some more stuff. So I placed a second order, and I actually got my second order first, and then 3 weeks later I got my original order. So it's been a while. I didn't want to show anything until everything came in. So I actually have just been keeping everything in the box. So far I have taken out the brushes. These are the brushes. I have not used them, but I did just wash them. So they're all perfectly clean. And I purchased 2 sets. So they come in boxes like this. And I picked up the basic kit and then the eye kit. So this is everything here. And these are synthetic brushes, and I'd heard very good things about her brushes, that they really apply product well and so forth. So I'll be playing with these and testing these out. I'll let you guys know what I think after I've used them for a while. But let me just show you the variety of brushes that come in here. So you've got like a bigger powder brush. And then this one is more, I would say more of like a contour type brush. It's a little bit small for blush. Unless you're going with a specific placement. And let's see here. Then we have a wide variety of eye brushes. So I did have a duplicate between the 2 sets, and there was just one duplicate, and that's this brush, the 304 brush, which I think is going to be great for blending out eyeshadow. And that's what I plan to use it for. You could obviously use it under your eye and so forth as well, but this particular shape and size I really like to use as like a clean blender. So I'll probably do that, and since I have 2 of them, maybe I will use one under the eye as well. Then we have these other brushes here. So this one is more of a like Taklon type feeling, so more like a traditional like concealer brush, or for blemishes and so forth. So this will definitely get some use. Probably I use these types of products more with like cream products a lot and so forth. This is an eyeshadow brush. This is the 303 brush, and I think this is a really nice size. So I'm very much looking forward to playing with this. So it's not quite round. It is an oval, but it's a thick oval. So I'm not sure how well you can tell when I turn that there. But I think just like the size of the brush is going to be very good for placement, and I think it'll work well in the corner for me. Other brushes, again, we have another small one. This is kind of like the concealer brush. This is the 301. So here, the concealer brush was 305. So I think this will be really nice working in small areas for like either a blemish or under the eye for lining. And then there are these different lining brushes. Oh, so I was wrong. Actually, 2 duplicates. This is the 333. These 2 are the same. I feel like you can never really have enough angled or just regular liner brushes. I use eyeshadow as liner all the time, so I love brushes like this. And then this is a slanted liner brush as well. So this is number 300. So, you know, again, for eyeliner. Oh, one thing I wanted to interject with the brush kits. Each brush kit also comes with this little sponge, not sponge, but like it's like a velour puff. And you know, there's a little gap here for you to put your finger in and so forth. So I got 2 of these because I bought 2 kits. And another thing I purchased was the sponge, which comes in like a hard plastic case. This is a very dense, firm sponge. And I think the shape is really interesting. I don't use sponges too frequently, so I'll have to play around with that. But here's a beauty blender and here's this. And I'd say that this is probably twice as firm as the beauty blender. And then the other thing I purchased was just her pencil sharpener, just in case it wasn't a traditional size. I wasn't positive, so I purchased that. But it's got an orange sharpener inside this black case here to kind of catch the, you know, any sort of, you know, not the clippings, but the shavings. So that's everything. And that was it. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the 2 eye palettes that I purchased. So this first one is called the Infinity palette. Okay, so it comes in this box and it does have the colors that are inside the palette on the bottom. Here are the ingredients. And one thing to know about her brand in general is I believe it is all vegan. This is made in Germany. I believe she's located in Sweden. I'd have to double check that. And yes, it does say, hey, I'm 100% vegan on here. So just something to note. So this here has like that thick cardboard packaging on the back. You know, it says reveal your inner creator. It's got the ingredients on there. And it does mention that this has 8 colors with infinite possibilities. Use them for sculpting your face, eyes, brows, cheeks, décolletage, and body. You are the creator. So this is not just for eyeshadow. And you can see that these are very large. For reference, here, let me grab. This is just one of the Chanel palettes. So you can see the size difference. These are definitely going to be much larger. And so here, it's 1.2 ounces each, it says on the back. So I'll go ahead and swatch these in just a minute, but let me open the other palette as well. Okay, so the other palette that I purchased is the Enchanted Mysteries. And on the back, it says standing barefoot in soft moss, breathing crisp air and gazing at the golden stars shining brightly in the dark night, the Big Bang brings our story to an end. Enchanted Mysteries palette offers 2 metallics and 2 duochromes to mesmerize your surroundings. Use them wet or dry on the eyes, face, lips, or body. You are the creator. Okay, so and again, this one is made in Italy. So here are the ingredients for that. And just like the other palette, the back of the box is the same on the back of the palette. This is cardboard. We have a mirror on one part, and then here are the actual shadows. So let's go ahead and we'll swatch all of these. And yeah, we'll swatch these now, and then I'll go through the rest of the stuff that I purchased. All right, so first of all, before going into swatches, we'll start with this one. Look how beautiful these are. I mean, you can see like the pattern on here. I just think that is very, very pretty. I love green shadows, so I was obviously very attracted to this. So let's go ahead and swatch these. Okay, so here are the 4 colors. I did kind of invert these too, so in the order of the palette, but let's go ahead and swatch those. Okay, and those are very pretty. So this green one and the white one are the duochromes. So inside the green, you know, it's kind of shifting to like a purplish, blackish shade. And the white, I see pink and blue in there. I'm not sure how well the pink and blue are really picking up on the camera, but you know, looking at it, that's what I can see. So all of these shades have sparkle to them. We've got a gold, and this is a black. Let me make that one a little bit better. It's a little bumpy up my hand there. So they're not super shimmery here, but they definitely do have shimmer to them. And then the green and the white are obviously very sparkly. Okay, so let me swatch the Infinity palette. We're gonna go from left to right and then from left to right on the bottom. And I tried swatching this once already and it just made a huge mess. So we're gonna try this again. Okay, so these are the 4 colors in the top row. We have a champagne, a peachy pink, a kind of like a buff kind of color, and this is kind of like a clay tan type. It's kind of like got a little bit of oranginess to it. All right, and these shades are all technically matte, but just the 2 lighter colors in the palette, this champagne and the white, do have a little bit of a satin finish to them. So you can see it, they will reflect a little light. So let me see if I can make this peachy pink a little darker. All right, and there are the colors. Sorry, my hand's a little red. I did try swatching this before, and or my arm's a little red, but I had to take it off because I messed up. So here we go. And let's go ahead and do the bottom row. Okay, so these are the 4 shades in the bottom row. So we have more of a like a brighter white with, again, this is a satin finish. This is going to be a rosy pink. This is kind of like a light brown. It actually has a bit of a greenish tone on my finger, so I'm curious to see how that swatches. And then a black. Okay. So here are these shades. So again, this one is a satin, and this one is definitely going to be much more of a rosy pink. This is a light brown, and I would say that it's, you know, it's kind of like a neutral brown. It's like a light neutral. It's got a little bit of coolness to it, but yet it's not completely a cool brown. It still has a little bit of warmth to it as well. So I'd say it's pretty neutral on the spectrum. And then this is black. So these do all have names. So let me go through the names with you, just so we can see them. So going from the very top right here, where you can barely kind of see that, that is Virgo, followed by Andromeda. I'm not sure how to say this. It's M-A-F-F-E-I, Maffe. And then we have Zwicky, which is this clay shade. On the bottom row, we have Milky Way, Pinwheel, Cigar, and Fornax. And again, all of these shades can be used on your eyes, brows, cheeks, décolletage, and body. So that is one of the draws to Linda Hallberg Cosmetics, would be, you know, just the multi-use of all of her products. So I'm very eager to try all of these at some point. Okay, before we get into the crayons, I purchased 3 of her lip products. So these are called the Fantastick multi-use lipstick, and they do have SPF 15, and they're for lips and cheeks. So it does have a pro tip on the back. It says to use the Fantastick lipstick on top of our crayons to moisten your lips and or to add that extra glow and sun protection. So these, I purchased 3 shades. This one is called Ametrine. So it comes in this, you know, silver metal tube, and it's, I like it. So here's the Linda Hallberg logo here. And then you pull it off, and here that is. So here's Ametrine. I think that is beautiful. Now, putting the texture on, it feels like it might be like a little sticky, but nothing, like it probably won't be sticky feeling on my lips. It actually kind of reminds me a little bit of the Chantecaille Lip Cheeks, but maybe like not quite as balmy feeling as those. So I'll have to play around with that. But that color is one that I was really, really looking forward to. And then the next one that I got is called Goldstone. Here's Goldstone. And that is this warm rosy pink. So this one is definitely going to be a warm tone. And again, very pretty. So these really seem to sheer out very nicely. I'm very, very eager to play with these. I love lip products, and these feel really nice on my hand so far. And the last shade that I purchased is called Garnet. And one thing I wanted to note is it does have the shade names on the side of the box as well as on the bottom. It's just, you know, a little bit harder to necessarily read on the side sometimes, especially with the reflective light. So this is Garnet. Looks really dark in the tube. And it is going to be my deepest shade. That is going to be a very pretty, I'd say like kind of like a crushed blackberry, but it's a little bit more red than that. So maybe more like a boysenberry, goji berry cross. So I think that's going to be really pretty. I'm very eager to try the lip products. So I am doing one of the lip balm battle tests today, so I'm not going to try them on today, but I'll definitely be playing with all of these things in some upcoming videos. So I'll be right back and we will look at the crayons. Okay, so for the crayons, I did purchase some individual shades and they came packaged in one of these bags. I like to save these kinds of bags for traveling and so forth because, you know, it does have that nice little zip closure and they are padded. So with the bubble wrap embedded in between 2 layers of plastic. So these are flash crayons. All right, and it says, flash crayons are gonna rock your world. They bring attitude, metallic shine, and glitter to your life. And these are both dermatologically and ophthalmologically tested. So these should all be safe for use on the eyes then. Let me just make sure these all say that, because I do believe some of her crayons are not eye safe. So, you know, it is important to always double check that. All right, so I'm going to open these up and then I'll swatch these. Okay, so for the ones I purchased individually, let me just show you guys the box. So it does say flash crayon on one side and then the name of the color on the other. So Acela. And it does have a color-coded label at the top as well. The ingredients are here. And these are made in Germany. All right, so I purchased a few of these. What did I purchase? 5 of these. Maybe this was a set. I'm not 100% positive. But this first one here, let's go with a crux. So again, you've got the color coded at the bottom and then crayon, and I'm going to do this on my arm because I wasn't able to get all of the lipstick off. So this is kind of like a navy blue with a little bit of sparkle, but it's a really deep navy, okay? Like almost like a blue-black type. And I did not have to apply much pressure with this. So very creamy. Acela Flash is the next shade. So here's that. So this is going to be a kind of like a gunmetal pewter type color. And one of the things that's nice is on the actual crayon, it gives you like a line of that color as well. So you can, you know, I don't know. I just think that's like a nice touch there. This one is a Wava Flash. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. And this one is kind of like a warm tone brown. So like there's a hint of red in there, but it's, you know, kind of more like a bronzy brown. Then the two I was most intrigued by in this set was the Atria Flash. Sorry, I'm just dropping boxes. This is going to be a brighter blue. And it's really more of like a turquoisey blue. Very pretty though. I was contemplating getting that new Charlotte Tilbury liner and I didn't purchase it. because Charlotte Tilbury and I, I'm like 50-50 on her stuff. So I decided to wait, and then the reviews weren't great about the stainability of the liner. So I'm actually kind of glad that it's not the same, but it's similar enough. The next one is the Avoir Flash. And I actually thought this would be more of a like foresty green or something from, like you can see that green really doesn't really look like that. This is definitely more of like a bright aqua. So these two together really do kind of remind me of that Charlotte Tilbury dual-ended brush, like the metallic shade I feel like is kind of right in between the two of those. So again, barely have to apply any pressure with these. Okay, so another kit that I purchased is the Rustic Kit. So again, these are 5 shiny smudge and waterproof crayons. They will look gorgeous on any skin tone and eye color. Use them on the eyes or rock metallic lips for a day. So this kit actually comes in a box. And again, these are made in Germany. Got the ingredients down here below. So in this kit, we get the Zhao Flash, and that is a very pale gold. That I think is gorgeous. I can definitely see this one being something I would use a lot on my eyes. And then we have the Levi Flash. And this is going to be kind of like a bronze copper type color. Very pretty as well. Next, we have the Whipple Flash. Okay, so Whipple is kind of like a redder version of this one, which was the Aweva Flash. But you can definitely see that there is a little bit more of a reddish tone to that. Next, we have a bright one. This is Ori Flash. And this is really more of a really bright new gold yellow. So it's more of one of those bright yellow golds. It's actually more yellow than gold. And then the Spar Flash. This one's just like a nice medium brown. This is definitely going to be a little bit of a more neutral leaning cool shade brown than the other ones, which were warmer toned. So I think this would be a great like neutral everyday type liner. So, all right, I still have 2 more boxes of crayons that I picked up. We've got the Fusion Kit, which has these, and again, eyes, face, and lips, it says. Okay, so one thing to note, it does say if you have sensitive eyes, do not use inside the eye. Although I feel like that's pretty true for like everything. So let me just show you how these things are packaged. So this is just like a piece of cardboard, like kind of like that glittery cardstock paper. And then they're purchased like they're inside, like a typical package here. All right, so again, this is the Fusion Kit, and with these 5, we have the Altair Flash, and I'm gonna switch arms now. I think I'm running out of space. And this is not glittery, this is metallic. Sorry, I'm not very good at drawing with my left hand, but this is going to be a bright orange, and it's got a little bit of a reddish tint to it when you see like the light reflecting it. Very interesting. That one could be, I'm not sure how much I'll use the orange, but I can definitely see it being something fun to play with. The next one is called Calf Flash. This is a really nice brown. I like this one a lot. And we compare these two, this one's a little bit cooler toned than the other one, which was, what was that? The Spar Flash, I believe. So it's just a slightly cooler tone version. And again, it's not shimmery, it's more of a metallic. All right, next we have Delighted Mood. And this one, you know, is, I can definitely see using this on the lips. It's a very bright pink, kind of a fuchsia shade. There we go. So that could be really pretty. I personally won't be using this on my eyes, but I can see some people creating gorgeous looks with that. Next, we have the Guilty Mood. And this is another one that I was really eager to see. I'm really loving blues and teals and greens. And this is going to be a deep teal. So to say this, really only these top two have more of a metallic sheen. So for these, the pink and the blue, this Guilty and Delighted Mood, they don't really, they're more like a matte crayon. And then this one here, Vega Flash. So this one looks sparkly. So let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, we got a little bit of gold sparkle in there. You can kind of see it. But it's going to be a really nice, like, foresty olive green. And this color is right up my alley. I love eyeliners with that particular color. So super eager to see that. And last but not least, I have the Core Crayons. And these say they are the perfect all-in-one makeup pencils for use on eyes, lips, and face. And it's a creamy formula, glides on like a dream, easy to blend within the first 30 seconds until it dries to a smudge-proof and waterproof formula that won't budge. And these are 6 neutrals. So this was kind of what started off the whole crayon thing. So this actually comes in a nice palette. So we've got cardboard case, here's a mirror, and then we have the 6 crayons here. So we have brown, greige, light core, black core, gray core, and white core. So let's go ahead and get started on these. Okay. So we're going to get started. Here is the black core. And just, you know, a black pencil. It's matte. It's no shimmer or anything like that in there. And then we go on to the gray core. And it is a dark gray. So it is, you know, a gunmetal pewter type color like the other one was, but there is no shimmer in this one. Next, we have the white core. Curious how well the white would show up. But yeah, so there's our white core crayon. And here's the light core. And this is going to be a light yellow. And kind of like a light yellow flower, you know, not quite butter, but close to it. Then we have brown core. Okay, and this is going to be a warmer tone brown, still pretty neutral on the spectrum. And then we have the greige or greige, whichever way you prefer to say it. I think they're both correct. And putting a space here. There's that. So, you know, honestly, I'd say this is more of a, no, I don't see that much gray blended into it. I'd say it's more of a, more like light medium brown definitely more brown in it than gray, in my opinion, more beige than gray. But again, another nice neutral. Okay, so those are all of the crayons. I purchased a ton of crayons. And yeah, I'm very excited to play with all of these things. If you guys have used any of the Linda Hallberg cosmetics, you have any tips or anything, please leave them down below. And I will definitely be having some playing around with me types of videos very soon where I, kind of play with all of this stuff. And I think it's going to be fun. So thank you so much for joining me for this haul. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. If you like this one, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And have a great and healthy day.